Now, there is another pipeline fight that is brewing in New Jersey. Now, Raw Story is reporting that the Ramapough Lunaape Nation, which is a Native American tribe, has begun a fight against the 178-mile Pilgrim pipeline. Now, of course, this pipeline would transport crude oil from the Bakken oil fields from Albany, New York to New Jersey's Linden Harbor, which will probably get shipped out overseas, sold on the world market. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that the pipeline would end up going through some forests and a critical drinking reservoir, as well as the Ramapough Valley Indian Reservation belonging to the Ramapough Lunaape Tribe. Now, local news reports from the area state the tribe has set up an encampment in a local campground. So already they set up teepees, and they are, of course, using that to protest this pipeline. Now, the mayor, the town of Mahwah, which is there, which of course administrates a campground, says that, quote, the tribe needs permits for the campground, for the use of the campground, and for putting up teepee structures. However, the mayor has expressed support, which is kind of strange. Mahwah Mayor William LaForest says one leak will determine the fate of our community and the millions of people between here and Newark Basin. So it seems like he's against, this pipeline. Now, the thing is, this gets a little tricky. This gets a little complicated here. And now, basically, the tribe says that we're on tribal land. This campground is on tribal land, so you can't actually kick us off. However, they don't have federal protections. Now, unlike the federally recognized Standing Rock Sioux Tribe, the Ramapough Lunaape Nation is only recognized by the states of New Jersey and New York. Now, the federal government isn't bound by the same obligations for non-recognized tribes, meaning that this will be a lot more of a complicated fight than what happened in Standing Rock, which is, by the way, it's still going. So, and the reason that people are still at Standing Rock is because they're worried, they're prepping for Donald Trump, essentially. Because Donald Trump could approve this pipeline, and they're standing there, they're ready to fight. Now, Donald Trump is also personally involved in this particular story, and is somewhat at fault for the tribe not being recognized by the federal government. See, the fact that they're not recognized means that they don't have the same protections over their land as the Standing Rock Sioux do over their land. So again, this is a tricky fight. Now, how does Trump involved? Well, in 1993, the nation's bid for federal recognition was stopped in part thanks to Donald Trump. See, he campaigned against the Ramapough Lunaape tribe to destroy potential casino competition in Atlantic City. Oh boy. Now, how did he do that? Well, according to Grist, he did so by casting doubt on how Native American they actually are. Now, let me go to the Grist report here. Now, he says the tribe was one of the first to seek recognition through the Bureau of Indian Affairs, having filed a letter of intent in 1978. Now, during the 1990s, the effort attracted the attention of Donald Trump, who questioned whether or not the Ramapough were a legitimate Native American tribe. He said, quote, well, I think I might have more Indian blood than a lot of the so-called Indians that are trying to open up the reservation. Trump said on the Don Imus radio show in June of 1993. This is who Trump is. He's like, oh, you're going to stand in the way of me building my casino? Or you're going to stand in the way, you're going to actually provide competition to my casinos? No, I can't have that. Oh, you want to try to prove that you're a Native American tribe that will actually help your case? No, I'm gonna cast doubt on this. You guys, you're not even Native Americans. You're like Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas over here. So you don't deserve that protection, and you don't deserve to have those casinos. That's who this guy is, man. Now, they further reported that the situation with Trump was not the nation's first brush with environmental racism. Now, in fact, they've also had some issues with corporations in the area. In fact, Ford Motor Company ended up dumping thousands of tons of toxic paint sludge in Ramapough ancestral land. The same land that Pilgrim, the Pilgrim pipeline, could possibly trespass. Now, the area, of course, became a Superfund site after years of soaring cases of cancer and birth defects within the community. So, this is quite a long history of mistreating the Ramapough Lunaape tribe. I mean, they've already seen corporations defiled the land that they live on and have ties to, and now, of course, you have the company that's behind the Pilgrim Pipeline, Pilgrim Pipeline Holdings LLC, trying to do the same. So, here they go, man. Now, look, this fight is just beginning. It does not have much national attention, if at all. So, I want to make sure that their fight begins to get national attention, to take off like Standing Rock, so that we can actually protect this land, protect these water reservoirs, protect these wetlands that this pipeline could possibly go through. Now, the pipeline isn't quite being built yet, but this company is trying to get permits without getting an environmental review. It's the same situation that we were starting to see with Standing Rock. They're going to try to go ahead with these pipelines and not go through the appropriate steps. They're trying to skip steps because they know that if they do an environmental review, they're not going to pass it. And this, again, is threatening a major reservoir for the people not only on this tribe, in this Native American nation, but also in the small town of Mahwah. No, we've got to stop mistreating Native people, and we've got to go away from fossil fuels, man. Why? Is because solar doesn't need a pipeline. You can't have a solar spill that contaminates your water, unlike what you have with natural gas and oil pipelines. And by the way, the Bakken fields have some of the dirtiest oil. The Alberta tar sands they're of course arguably worse, but the Bakken fields are also pretty corrosive, the type of crude oil they put through. And as far as wind, you can't have a wind spill either. And as far as the economy, look, there is potential for job growth and economic growth in clean renewable energy. And the bonus is you don't have to destroy native sacred land and water to do it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent, non-corporate media, go to our Patreon page and become a patron. Patreon.com/TYT Nation.